All right, we're here with Dan Landis from Hobbico. Dan, you're going to talk about the new Spitfire ARF.
I am. This is the new ARF from Top Flight. It's the Spitfire. It's got an 86.5-inch wingspan. Weight is about 22.5 pounds. We're using the DLE 55 in the front for power. It's the new RA model, so it's a rear exhaust. Cleaned up the side of the cowl a little bit. Didn't have to have any big exhaust cans on the side. Everything is right behind the motor. Fits in the cowl nice and easy.
Yeah.
The retracts in here are the Robart retracts, and the neat thing about this model is it only needs retracts for the mains. The tail is actually a fixed tail wheel on the full size, so it's fixed on the model as well.
Have you had a chance to fly this one?
I have not gotten to fly this one yet. It's that new.
It's that new.
We've just gotten the first couple of them flown. They're flying great from what I've been told, but with the weather and what, I haven't gotten out to get to play with one yet.
Yeah.
Another neat fact with this airplane is, as you see, we've got the guns on the front here.
Yep.
Well, they look great, but they'd be difficult for transport. So what we did, we made them removable. They unscrew right out of the front of the wing.
That's a great feature.
Just like this. That way you don't break anything while you're transporting the wing.
There you go.
Screws right back in. There's a blind nut into a hardwood dowel right into the leading edge there.
All right.
And you're good to go.
As far as the availability on the Spitfire, can you tell us anything about that?
We should be getting them in about a month and a half to 2 months, and it's a very quick build. Really everything is as simple as sliding the two wing halves together, hinging everything, and then putting your radio equipment in.
All right.
It's not complicated at all.
Great looking plane. We'll be excited to see it in the air.
Thank you.
I'm sure you will be too.
Absolutely. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Well, Dan, we had a chance to fly the Electrofly Cirrus when it came out. It's kind of interesting to see that you folks have come out with a larger one from the Great Plains brand. Tell us some differences, I guess, for anybody who's familiar with the Electrofly one. I know it was a great flyer.
Absolutely.
One thing that we noticed with the smaller one is it comes in hot. Okay, and when we did without flaps, you kind of noticed it. Still a great flyer, but you had to have your wits about you on landing.
Correct, and to take care of that, we've added flaps just like the full scale on this one. So we've got two separate flaps on one on each wing. Each one has its own servo. That made it real easy and real nice to slow down for landing. Really, piece of cake.
Has the airfoil changed any on this one going to a larger frame versus the other one?
I believe it's the same airfoil, just the whole airplane was just blown up.
Just bigger.
Correct.
All right. Tell us a little bit about the power plant.
In here, this one has the the electric setup. It's designed to go electric or glow. It'll take a glow 46 to 55, or the electric. I believe it's the Rimfire 55 is what's in there right now. The top is a removable hatch. We've got two screws, one on each side, to remove the hatch so you can get right inside, get everything you need to do, get to your batteries. It's two wing halves on a tube, so it's, again, easy for transport, not a big wing. It's a 69.5-inch wing, so it's a good size airplane. The fuselage is fiberglass. It's got a fiberglass cowl and landing gear. The wheel pants are also glass. Nice antenna for some scale looks on there.
Built-up wing.
Built-up wing with the full-size curved-up wingtips, just like the full-size had. We got everything was approved by Cirrus, all the paint scheme and everything else. So we did work very closely with Cirrus on this model, and they were very happy with it. Yeah,
it's a nice looking plane. Availability on this one?
This one should be about a month and a half, so mid-spring, late spring.
All right, sounds good. Well, Dan, we appreciate taking a few minutes
and
giving us your expertise on
Not a problem.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, we're here at the Hobbico booth in front of the Thunder Tiger display with Nick Maxwell to talk about the new E820 from Thunder Tiger, the new 820 Raptor. Nick, you've had a chance to fly this, I'm sure, and you've had a chance to, I think you've kind of gotten to know the Thunder Tiger line a little bit. You see you won 2012 IRCHA. Or XFC, excuse me. XFC or IRCHA?
Actually, both.
Both. See, you say, you won it. And you also just won 3DX in Australia as well. So congratulations on that.
Thanks.
And that was on the G4 E720.
Yeah, those are E720s.
So now we're stepping up to the bigger brother, the 820. What can you tell us about it a little bit? You mentioned belt cranks and some other things that you changed up.
Well, obviously the G4 was very proven. So there wasn't really any real need to change a lot of the geometries and things like that. But it needed to be beefed up for the bigger blades, bigger motor. I mean, it's a 14S monster, basically. So it's got a new motor mount, which is actually a one-piece motor mount that's C-shaped. So now the bearing, pinion block, and the motor are all connected. So it's real strong. New main shaft bearing blocks for that extra strength, because obviously bigger blades, you need more leverage. It's got a new canopy, as you see there.
I got that in my hand.
A couple different battery placement options now. As you get the bigger batteries, you might need to make it more tail heavy, nose heavy, etc.
Do you guys recommend going to long configurations on the batteries? Or are you stacking standards or what?
Yeah, actually stock is a stack. and then you can buy a long stick pack version upgrade.
Yep. Okay.
Personally, I'd actually recommend just go with a stack because you can keep the nose piece then.
Yeah.
The head's been changed a little bit, new grip plates, the new posts are now 0 delta, so flybroiler system really likes that.
Yep.
As you pointed out earlier, the tail rotor servo mount is on the back now, so it's easy, accessible, and but other than that, it's the standard G4. You know, nice gears, helical tail, you know, all the stuff that makes it quiet and smooth.
It's kind of moving all the new, known, proven, and good stuff forward into a larger format.
Yeah, exactly. That's
also
safe
adding a couple
with
innovations in. So,
yeah. Obviously, safety is a big key, and when you get into these big things, it's
sure,
very scary.
Absolutely, it is. It's even frightening at a, even at a 500 level.
Yeah.
You realize you're in a place where bad things can happen fairly quickly.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
We did actually have an impact on the one that we tested, and I noticed that you did beef up some of the areas. They beefed up some of the areas where we did see failure.
Yep. And actually, I believe that those will fit on E720. So even guys with those, you can get the beefier parts.
So if you're prone to hitting the ground more
change it out.
You can change it out.
Yeah, change it out.
You also have another product here. It's the new Raptor 700, E700. You got to keep the canopy on that. We're not quite in final.
Obviously, things are subject to change yet on that one.
What can you tell us about the 700 so far, though?
The 700 is going to be like your average day flyer. It's going to be something that's a little bit less boutique-y than like the E720.
Yep.
Like aluminum tail boom, aluminum parts, that are cheap to replace.
Gotcha.
The biggest thing is it's lighter. It's been redesigned to fit even more flybarless systems, more different options, things like that. And it's quick to repair, cheap to repair. So at Fun Flies, you pile it in, you're not done for the day. You're gonna have opportunities to fix it. So.
Gotcha. Okay. So they're kind of catering more towards the everyday flyer with the 700 as opposed to the 720 was definitely built for competition.
Yeah.
It was made for hardcore 3D. It was made for real intense usage and regular usage. 700 is more of a consumer friendly. Anything as far as they're carrying over the battery tray. They're carrying over the things that are proven.
Yep.
Any other moves in terms of from head design or gear design or anything else you pick up?
Yeah, actually, it's kind of neat.
Since we can't really see it, we'll just talk about it.
We'll just talk about it. Well, the bell cranks and stuff, that's all the same. It's using the same geometry, so the performance is actually the same, just without the carbon, tail boom and the little boutique-y stuff.
Right. Yep.
Flashy. I guess.
Yep.
But yeah, it's actually neat. The battery tray is a tray now, and it fits obviously 6S5000.
Is that a slide-out tray?
Yeah, it actually comes out the back.
I never had a problem with the other flip-down tray, but that's even more convenient.
Yep. So this is kind of neat. Obviously, a new canopy it's quite a bit better looking and new age kind of canopy. The other stuff is the tail gears are actually the same now in the front and the back, so it's helical front and back.
Oh, okay.
And it's only one set of gears. So if you stock one set of gears, you have front and back gears.
Yeah, that's nice for the field.
Yep, exactly. Yep. So that's the whole goal. Same with the landing gear. These are now breakaway. All 4 are plastic.
Okay.
So you're never going to break your frames. And the frames still separate into 2 pieces, the top and the bottom.
Yep.
So if you crash really bad, you're not going to be changing the top frames. You just change the bottom frames and good to go.
Yeah. Well, we've noticed on the Raptor line too, on the larger Raptors. They use a thick gauge carbon fiber. It's a really durable mainframe.
Yeah.
In fact, the impacts we've had on our 720, the canopy held up tremendously. So
good.
all those pieces have really been built extremely rugged. So seeing that carried forward even in the 700 line does make it that much better because they're going to crash, right?
Oh yeah, they're going to go in. Yeah.
Crashing,
yeah, exactly.
Well, that's great. We really appreciate the preview of the 700 and also the details on the 820. And thanks for your time.
Well, no, thank you very much.
All right, good luck this year.
Thanks, appreciate it.
All right, we're in front of the Heli-Max display here with Hobbico with Greg Duchman. He's going to tell us about a couple of new products, another version of the 1SQ, and then also the Blackhawk helicopter. Greg, go ahead and tell us a little bit about whichever one you want to start with, the Blackhawk or the 1SQ?
Let's start with the 1SQ.
All right.
This is a new version of our 1SQ. It's built on the same platform as the original. The original flew great, this one flies great. A few differences, upgrades if you want to call them, or actually we just amped it up. This has 6-axis gyro now, did have a 3-axis. What we added is accelerometers to it. So it's even more stable, more easier to fly for the guy who's just getting into it.
We've noticed the runaway effect a little bit with the predecessor. It was a little more aggressive, which is good. Gave you some more dynamics, but it would also kind of run away if you got too much forward speed.
That's exactly. What this one will do, you'll go forward, and if you let go of the stick, it will come back and stop.
Okay.
Right. A little bit more user-friendly.
Very cool.
The first one, like I said, it flew great. This one's even better.
Yep.
Another upgrade is we put LEDs on all the corners. Really cool. We added a flip function to the transmitter. It's on a button. So you hit the button and you push the direction you want you to flip, and it'll go that direction and stop. Cool. It's awesome.
Yep.
The biggest upgrade, which everybody is loving,
is we added a camera.
Oh, wow.
It's a video camera. It's I wouldn't call it HD, but it's darn close. It's a real high quality camera, great video. Records audio also, although you hear a lot of blade noise, that's okay, as you'd expect. Yeah. And that's controllable from the transmitter. Turn the video on, turn it off.
Okay. Now is that both motion and still?
It will do both, yes,
okay.
yes. There's a second button on the transmitter that will do still shots also.
Perfect.
So this is a really cool product. It flies great. Slightly more powerful motors because it has to carry a little bit more weight.
Yep.
And a little bit larger battery also.
All the video is stored locally. After the flight, you pull it down through
Absolutely.
USB cable?
We have a micro USB card that comes with it. We're including a 2 gig card. Gotcha. You can put a bigger card in if you want. But the 2 gig will store 10 to 15 minutes of video, plenty.
Perfect.
And we're also going to include a USB adapter, so you take your micro SD out, put it in that, right on the computer, easy.
Right into your, okay.
Right,
perfect.
right. So.
All right, very cool.
One SQ VCam.
One SQ VCam, very neat.
Next item is this is the Heli-Max Blackhawk. It's a new item for us. It's really a full house machine. It's got everything on it. Yep. And it's a 4-blade head. It has the tags 3-axis stabilization system in it. Full collective pitch.
It is CP.
Yep. CP, yep. Driven tail. Has a shaft drive through gear sets.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's really awesome. Brushless motor, lots of power, plenty of power. To power this thing, you use a 2S 400 milliamp battery included, chargers included. You'll pull it out of the box looking just like this.
That's amazing.
Charge the battery, fly it.
With all the scale details and everything built in, naturally it's a little heavier.
It is a little heavier, that's right.
What kind of run times do you guys
get? About 8 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
So standard helicopter flight. Yeah.
Right, because we're putting a 400 milliamp battery in it.
Gotcha.
So plenty of flight time.
Availability on the Blackhawk, when is it going to be?
We're hoping for mid-June.
Okay.
Pricing is going to be around $250. That's not set yet, but that's ballpark.
Gotcha. That's a lot of helicopter there too.
Yes,
so
it is.
That's
yeah,
very cool.
It's like you're wrapping up. The detail on the body is fantastic.
It is amazing. It's like nothing was left unturned from from all the details.
Right.
Sliding doors.
1/43 scale.
I'm sorry, what was the scale?
1/43 scale.
Gotcha.
It's like wrapping a plastic model around the mechanics.
That's exactly it.
It really is.
It's amazing.
So.
And then I don't know if we covered the availability on the 1SQ.
The 1SQ is going to be available mid-June also.
June, okay.
Yep.
Perfect. Well, thanks a lot, Greg. I really appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
And
thanks for
getting us
stopping
familiar
by.
with the new stuff.
All right.